Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. So a little while ago I posted my what I got for Christmas, and I got the FAB Factory palette, which has eyeshadows, lip gloss, blush, face powder, highlighter and a darker face powder which you could use for bronzer, all in this palette. And even though the packaging is like kind of really cheap and it almost like, I saw it yesterday. Oh no, I ruined it. Okay. This part, like here, scooped out and it's just stuck with one thing in the middle. But I thought it was interesting to film a video with this and see how pigmented the shadows are, if the blushes are good. I actually already tried the highlighter yesterday and I was blown away by how good the highlighter was. Like, I was not expecting that at all. But for the rest, I have not touched any of these things, so we're just gonna jump into it. Okay, so I was not in the mood to do a full face of foundation and stuff like that, because this powder, it looks a little bit dark for me. As you can see, this one and this one are powders, and like, that would actually never work for my skin tone. So I'm just gonna do it on my bare face. I just have some face cream on it and that's all. Okay, so I'm first gonna swatch the face parts which are under here, and these three are blushes. This is a face powder, this is a highlighter, and that's a face powder too. They feel really soft. This blush has a shimmer in it, and the last one is like orange and definitely has a shimmer to it and looks more like an eyeshadow to me. And so here I have all the swatches. So like I normally do, I'll show it with my phone. So the first one, as you can see, has a little bit of a sparkle in it, but actually looks like a pretty good blush. The second one is totally matte, looks really good to me. The third one looks more like an eyeshadow to me than a blush, because it's really like metallic-y shiny. That face powder would be way too dark for my skin tone, even though it kind of looks like okay. The highlighter, look at that, it's so pretty, and the other face powder looks actually okay for a bronzing color. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna use the darker color to contour my cheeks. I'm gonna use the blushes to obviously put on blush on my face, and I'm gonna use the highlighter. So I don't think I'm gonna use the lighter face, what's it called again? The lighter face powder, because I think it looks way too dark for me. So I'll take this brush. I usually use a brush which is not straight but a little bit more curved, put on my contour, because I actually think it's easier to put it right on there. So I'm gonna dip in a little bit careful. Actually looks like not too bad, but did I get too much on there? Let me get a fluffier brush. Blend it out. It doesn't look bad. It was a little bit patchy at first, but not bad. And I think things are like this, if they actually do work, and that's why I wanted to try it out. If they actually do work, it's really nice for someone who is starting in makeup. So you don't have to buy like all these different kind of things, because you have it all in one palette. Only thing I'm like not really into with these kind of palettes is, as you can see, this is like reflecting and see-through, and I actually like a palette with a mirror. So something like this, because you can then see yourself from this angle, and this angle, because obviously my big mirror is right here. Because when you do your makeup, you usually don't want to look at it from one angle, you want to see it from a couple angles if it's actually looking good. But so far the bronzer color works pretty good. Okay, so let's continue to blush. I'm gonna use the brighter one in the middle from the blushes, because that's more of a shade I'll usually use. There is like very much fallout, but what? Oh my god. The pigment stays at one spot. Like what? I just... Oh no, did I make myself just look like a clown again? Another reason why I love big facial brushes is you can blend everything with it. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't went this hard-handed with the blush. Well, let me try a denser brush. Dip in twice, not too much. That's a little better. The blush, and I know my skin is like not perfect at the moment, but the blush does look a little bit patchy to me. So that's kind of really sad. And yes, I am aware I look totally crazy right now, but where's my big brush? Oh, big brush. Okay, so I still need to work a little bit more on this side. As you can see, but I did this side first. It actually looks already way better. You can definitely see a cute blush color on my cheek. Okay, so what I'm now gonna do, because I'm definitely not gonna use the orange one, I'm gonna use the shimmery-ish one, putting it a little bit more around the higher points of where the blush is. Not really sure what I think about the blush, because I thought this color looked actually pretty good, the brighter pink. Because my favorite color actually like to use right now is this kimchi one, and it's in the shade peachy. And then I use this shade and then a little bit mixed with the other one, but most of the time I use the darker shade. And I do know the one in the pan is a little bit darker, so it makes me think a little bit more of the Benefit one, because I have this tiny Benefit palette and it has the blush which is called Honeymoon, and it still is darker than this, but this makes me think of it. I hope it would perform the same, because this blush is amazing and this blush is amazing too. These are actually the blushes I use the most at the moment. Not sure if I like this blush from this FAB palette. So I'm gonna use this brush and I'm gonna dip into the highlighter. Yeah, this is a good one. I definitely like the highlighter. I kind of want to take this palette apart, like cut through parts that I don't like, throw that away, and then keep the parts that I do like, but I'm not really sure how I can keep them in my drawer, so I'm gonna keep the palette like this. You guys, look at this shine. Like, isn't that pretty? I love this color. Whoa, that's like such a good one. Oh my god. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different eyeshadow tiny palettes inside this one. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 lip colors. So what I'm thinking about, I'm gonna swatch the lip colors on my arm and I'm gonna show you. Okay, so there is a really big variety of colors, but I did have to like scrub in the palette with my finger, putting it on my arm and like putting 2 layers on, because otherwise there was not this much pigment on it. These are actually like gloss kind of things, but I think most of the colors are like kind of pretty. I did not really like how they felt. When I put my finger on, they felt a little bit sticky, so I'm curious about that. I do think there are like so many pink tones in it, and if you look like the whole middle row actually almost look the exact same. So I'm not really sure what I think about this. I liked the nude color, so I'm just gonna put it on my finger, tapping it all over my lips. I'm really digging in with my finger. Okay, now we see a difference. A thing I do like about these lip things is the pens are like horizontal, but you can easily put your whole finger inside of it to take the product out, which is really nice. Okay, so they actually don't feel as sticky as I thought they would. No stickiness, no sliminess. I'm gonna put a lighter pink with shimmer. Oh, very cute. Okay, so it does look very pretty. I don't really mind this product. I just don't like really scrubbing in there to get payoff, but that's personal preference because the lip gloss I use are like kind of expensive, and if you can use this instead to have this pretty color on your lips, I won't judge you because it looks actually really pretty. What I'm gonna do next is kind of want to use all eyeshadow thingies. I know what I'm doing because I probably will take the makeup off after I'm done filming. So I'm gonna do 6 different eye looks in this video. Gonna do 3 on this eye and 3 on this eye to make it, well, even. So I'm gonna put a little bit of concealer as my base on both eyes. So on this eye I'm gonna do the brown orangey one. So there is a base color in here, so I'm just dipping it in and putting that on both lids because this is actually like the only base skin tone color we have in this whole palette. I don't really like that the pens are this tiny. It's really hard to get my brush in there like perfectly, and I have to squeeze out like so much product, and there is so much fallout. Wait, I'm gonna show you how much fallout there is. For the lips I used this one and I used the pink one on top, but look at this fallout. Like, that's really much and it looks really messy. I don't know how I feel about that. Me just doing this like a review. Well, probably everyone who is gonna see this is gonna see this for fun and not for a review. But I'm trying my best. Trying to make it look pretty. That's what we're trying. So I do have this blending brush. Gonna go in with the pinkish shade on top. Is there even color? Like, I'm pressing in hard. You can like see how much fallout there is. Okay, so now we have a little bit color. It's not that much though, and I'm gonna zoom you in. It's pretty okay. Then I'm going in with a tinier brush. I'm gonna use the darker color from the bottom. Oh my god, the fallout of the, whoa, pigment. Whoa. What the fuck? Where does this pigment come from? But the fallout from this palette is like terrible. I don't think they blend out amazingly. I thought for a second like, oh, this blends really nice, but not that nice. Oh ew, it looks splashy. With that said, I'm gonna use another brush. I'm gonna use the color, a little bit pinkish color, and putting that under my eye. I'm normally like, I don't care that much, but it's going everywhere in this whole palette. I I'm gonna use the last matte shade that I haven't used yet, putting this in this inner part. Okay, this color is actually like pretty okay. And now we're gonna use the shimmers. There are 3 shimmers in here, so I hope this one looks it doesn't look shimmery. What the hell? In the pan there were shimmers. Hello, shimmers, where are you? Dang, this is disappointing. So I said I was gonna do with all of these, but I'm not. I'm just gonna use the pink one on the right, putting that on this eye and see how that looks. Then I am gonna swatch all of these because I still want to see how they look, but probably not gonna like it. Now I'm using a tinier brush. This is another glitter, and see. Maybe if I use a setting spray it would be better. Okay, yeah. It made it look way better. I like that way more. Okay, so I'm now gonna use the pink part. Gonna use the fluffy brush and I'm gonna start with this brownish color. Starting off nicely. I'm gonna go with the lighter shade, blending the edges out. Okay, that starts nicely, okay. We're happy with that. Gonna keep going. Gonna go in with the bright pink shade. I said bright pink. Where are you? Bright pink? Okay, another brush. Okay, so now I finally have bright pink. I really had to dip in like to get this pigment. It blends out to nothing, I guess. The color disappeared. You can still see a little bit of the pink, but there's no bright pink there anymore. So with another blending brush, I'm gonna use the dark purple. Oh, please. It is obviously darker, but no, this is bad. So we're gonna make it dark, because that's dark purple. Okay, so that's a little better, but most of the darker color disappeared. Like, then this eye look is pretty okay if you see how much color there is gone. How though? Okay, so I think I have 3 shimmers, so gonna go in with the pink one. I hope it shimmers, It barely shimmers. And then we have this purple lilac one. It's a really pretty color, which I have not seen that much in palettes, but why are they like this shiny on my finger? Look how pretty and shiny they are. And then look how they look on my eye. Like, this doesn't look the same. So there is a glittery pink, so I'm gonna try to put the glittery pink over the pink color. Maybe that works. Nope, it doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna use this brush again with the very bright glitter shade. Like, that's what I call a glitter shade. I really like that. But there is a thing I don't really like. Look at the fallout of this. Look at the fallout of this. Oh. Well, look at this fallout. And then look at this fallout. Like, that's bad. I don't think my eye looks turned out like super badly, and I need to put something underneath here. I'm gonna use the bright pink. it's not that bright. Okay, so the bottom part is like kind of brighter than the top part, which is kind of weird. Yeah, I'm gonna swatch these colors. I'm not pretty sure how they're gonna swatch, but there's a helicopter flying by. I'm sorry if you can hear it, but I'm gonna swatch these for you, all of these. And so I'm now back with the mascara on. I don't think it looks bad. Like, let me zoom you in. I don't think it looks too bad. It actually looks like kind of pretty if you have your eyes like this and you're like don't want to spend too much money on makeup and you think playing with this is fine, then it's totally fine. But I love shimmer, and if I close my eyes you can barely see shimmer. The only shimmer you can actually see are the ones in my inner corner, which that's really cool but kind of really sad because those are the only shades which actually worked the way I wanted it to, because this part is a little bit patchy. This part blended the shade, like a part of the shade away, because I definitely put it pink around here and it's not there anymore, sadly. But I'm gonna insert swatches of all of these. This is the, wait, can you see? Yeah, this is the first row of swatches. Like, you can barely see these three, which are the three on top. They're so light. Like, that's not normal how light it is. You can barely see it. And these four kind of all look very similar to me, which is pretty sad. I don't feel the need to swatch the pink one and the orange one because I already used all of these colors on my eye and you can see how it worked. I like the orange one the most, I'll say, for now, because that looks pretty normal to me. I just can't handle it that the shimmers are not working the way they should. And this is the blue green brighter one done. Yeah, I'm not sure what to think. There are a couple shimmers that are like really pretty, I have to say that, and it actually makes me kind of really sad because I really wanted to like this eyeshadow. So now I'll swatch the pink purple row, which I don't think is gonna do much good. What? This is the purple row and you can't even see the first ones. There are two here, they look very light. And the rest of them just look all like matte, and there are like three shimmers in here. The last one is a darker green and a darker blue one. They're more gray toned. I do have to say the palette just looks, from like just looking at it, it looks so pretty. I just wish it performs better. And this is that row. The row looks kind of okay. The shimmers, they look shimmery, so that's a good thing. By the way, this was just a video for fun. I don't want to like make anyone feel bad with this. These are just my opinions. If you have this palette and you like this palette, go you, just do your thing. I do like, well, I'm not really a fan of the blush, but I do love the highlighter of this palette. Period. And wait, let me try the orange blush on my eyes, because it has a shimmer to it. And that's what the shadows were supposed to look like. Like, that looks so pretty. The only thing I'm actually in love with this palette is the highlighter. Look how pretty it is. Like, it's so blinding. But yeah, the palette looks like kind of really nasty right now. So this was my video about this palette. It was just for fun. I got this and I wanted to try it out. And yeah, I kind of hoped for better. I was kind of expecting not the best. The face things were actually kind of okay. The blush was very patchy, so I don't really like that. The lip products worked fine, just I have enough lip products that I wouldn't use this. I feel just really bad about the eyeshadow. But the orange blush looks really pretty on the eye, but yeah, this was just for fun. I don't want anyone to feel bad, so And if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and turn on your notifications so you get a notification every time I upload a brand new video. And comment down below what kind of videos you want to see from me, what kind of brands I need to try, what kind of colors I need to use in my next look, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye! And this is what I meant. Not me cutting the whole thing apart so I could just keep the highlighter.